here we are. It's Holy Week. And of course, the first thing that happens on the last week of Jesus' life is he enters Jerusalem, a Sunday that we remember as Palm Sunday because of the palm branches and the cloaks that were set before Jesus by the peasant crowd that was following him in, shouting Hosanna, which means save us. They were saying, God save us. And so we start there. But let's see what else my family might have to say on this chapter.
Okay, I have a question. All right, and verse 13. Okay, it says, seeing in the distance a fig tree in leaf, he went to find out if it had any fruit. When he reached it, he found nothing but leaves, because it was not the season for figs. Then he said to the tree, may no one ever eat fruit from you again. Why did he curse the tree? What did it do?
Didn't have figs.
But it wasn't the time for them. It wasn't the season for figs.
Didn't have figs. Seems pretty self-explanatory to me.
So why didn't he perform a miracle and make figs grow? Why did he curse it?
Because he was having a bad day,
I don't know. Well, you guys are no help.
I have verse 25. Whenever you stand praying, forgive if you have anything against anyone, so that your Father in heaven may also forgive you your trespasses.
I said 23, which is before it. Well, part of 23 that says, but you must really believe it will happen and no doubt in your heart. And have no doubt in your heart, because it's kind of a reoccurring thing, because before didn't he say nothing is impossible with God? Pretty much yes. It's like if you believe it will happen and have no doubt that it won't happen, it will happen, if that makes sense. That's how I kind of took it.
Well, and this is where they have the story of Jesus clearing the temple. And so what stuck out to me there was verse 17. Yeah. As he taught them, he said, it is not written, my house will be called a house of prayer for all nations, but you have made it a den of robbers. So
I had that too.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty powerful statement.
Yeah, it definitely was. When the leading priests and teachers of religious law heard what Jesus had done, they began planning how to kill him, but they were afraid of him because the people were so amazed at his teaching. Yeah. That was just really powerful to me, too. Well, it was just like powerful in a weird sense, if that makes any sort of sense, because they had planned to kill him, but they didn't want to, so.
Well, they didn't know how because of.
No, they were afraid.
Yeah.
Of him.
Right.
So they didn't. Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Which, I mean, it says something right there when they know there's so many people that follow him and believe him.
Mm-hmm. That it will be like really bad if they killed him.
Yeah.
I liked when they questioned his authority, and then he asked him a question, and then they couldn't answer it. When he said, did John's authority to baptize come from heaven, or was it merely human? They couldn't answer the question. And so then he said, then I won't tell you by what authority I do these things. I just thought that was kind of a cool little story.
And I think one thing that we kind of skipped over, and I don't know if it's because it's something that we all have heard before, but I mean, this is the triumphal entry. And I've always liked, when in verse 9, when they're saying, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. That's always.
Oh, mine doesn't say that exact thing, so I was kind of confused as to what this one, but now that you said that, I get it now.
Yeah. But it's always, the triumphal entry has always been a pretty amazing story.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of really anybody in today's world that we would lay down our coats and everything for on the ground. I mean, who would want a donkey walking on their coat? But these people, they were at such awe of Jesus that they did that, and they didn't care that it was a donkey. walking all over their clothes, which clothes back then were, people didn't have as many clothes as we had.
What's interesting is right after Jesus enters in Jerusalem, the first thing he does, according to the Gospel of Mark, is goes into the temple. Now, he doesn't immediately cleanse the temple. He first takes a look around, but the Gospel says it was late, and so they left. But then he comes back the next day and cleanses the temple, which is a major occurrence. That, more than anything else, would have brought the ire of the religious establishment upon him, and pretty much put his sentence that he would die soon. They would look to get rid of this prophet at that time. What's interesting, too, to note is that the two stories that surround cleansing the temple about the fig tree. Again, this is the sandwich effect that the author of Mark likes to put in. So he has the two occurrences with the fig tree. What do you think we're supposed to make of that in light of Jesus cleansing the temple? I'll see you tomorrow for chapter 12.